There you go. Well done. Not easy to do with one hand. 1 second. There we go. That's the flap down. Welcome everybody. So here's my team of youngsters. Cocks have been with the hens for the last 2 hours. They've had their seed. Plain water in there. All looking good. Drop-ins are looking okay. You want to see? Okay, let's begin. Look, there's a blue pied there with a feather out of place. That needs to be my first pickup to have a look at that. Platinum loss. Afternoon, Sean. Clinton, good afternoon. Timothy O'Brien, good afternoon. Craig, let the games begin. That's right. There we go. Hand over to my beautiful assistant.
Where's she then?
Coming at 4. Now, a pigeon here with a feather out of place. Now, why has this pigeon got a feather out of place? It's only one of the secondaries. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Beautiful hen. And I didn't breed it. That's a cracker. A little cracker. (24C 44499), bred by Brian and Karen Hawes. They're a lot better weight this week. Well, this one is anyway. Feathers are silky soft. She's not going to be too far away, I wouldn't say. She's nice. Skin's lovely. Nice and pink, if you can see that. Nice and pink, no scales. Oh, come here, girl.
She's eager to go.
She's right on. She is right on. Now, let's have this cock here a minute. Because this cock isn't going. We had a bad trainer. He looked as if he had a little bit of wing lock when he come back.
What's that?
Where they can't fly properly. How they get home, I don't know. But it's as if they don't open their wing up properly. But he's absolutely fine, not a mark on him. But I won't bother sending him because he didn't have a couple of trainers. Or the last trainer, I think. Might be in the last 2. So he'll be staying home. Yeah, he's favouring one of his wings. Put the good old dropper in there as well. Out the way. Let's find my little... Find this little hen. This hen isn't going. She didn't go last week either. She's still very sore. Nice Nice
You've
little
been
hen.
training?
Yeah, she's been training, or not this week, but she's been training and she's had the first race. But hopefully we'll get her back in at some stage. But she's going to need a week or two off, she is. She's been going out flying well. Been flying with them. But there we go. Pretty knickers. 25400. Grizzle with a frill. Needs a bit more maturing, although he's on his 4th flight. He's one of the younger ones. He's all there. All he's got to do is keep coming home. There we got a very vocal cock here. And they're driving the ends. 25253 on his 2nd flight. 2nd flight there. Nice tight feathers. Just when you rub your hands down through them, the feathers don't move. It's just the feathers tend to tighten up. That's what you're looking for. No marks or scrapes. Lovely clean skin again. Beautiful clear eye. And a better weight, I might add, this week. They were a little bit heavy last week.
A bit more training this week.
They've had a few more miles this week, that's right. Who's this noisy boy down here then? It's a pigeon that always catches my eye, I don't know what it's from. So he's a pencil blue. A white tip on his plate there as well. He's got all that pencil in him. That's not a checker, that is a pencil. You can see it's a little bit opaque, the markings. And this pigeon probably came from 2 blues. Because 2 blues will not throw a checker. I've had that from a bloke. He's on his 2nd flight. Yeah, I've had people say to me before that I've had a checker off of 2 blues. I've never had a checker off of 2 blues. But the first question would be, are those 2 blues in a communal section? Because if they are, another cock would have treaded the hen to get a checker. Because 2 blues will not produce a checker, it's impossible. This is a pretty looking pigeon. They say that inbreeding makes it fade out like that, but he's not inbred. Well, my club mates are going to beat these pigeons this week. They're doing well, because they're handling bloody lovely. (25200). This pigeon was in the first batch last week. It's one that I wasn't supposed to race. It was actually put in this section. 2 pigeons, 2 nestmates, was put in this section for me to mature on. But I forgot I put them in there. I didn't have any other birds the same age to mature them on, and they went in there the same time as I weaned some off my race team. And this is a co-breeding pigeon that I was supposed to have kept. It's only on his 2nd flight. He was in the first batch last week and ended up 6th combine last week. And he's from something special. But I'm not going to say what he's from for the fear of anybody, if he makes mistakes, going in I don't want people to know exactly what he's from. End of the season, it'll come out. I put that in there, was that a cock? It was down as a hen. I'm sure it's a cock. Wait. Right.
That's how the lawn gets all the little
To
holes
the
in
person
it.
who sent the message, what happened to the lawn? The dog's happened
That's
to the
what
lawn.
happens to the lawn. And it wasn't Nelly, it was Ida.
Nelly showed Isla what to do. A little pencil white flight. 25344. Just showing the third bar, the kittle lines. Show a lot of them. Nice pigeon, a little bit too heavy. Beautiful apple-bodied shape though. 44. The smoky blue hen. They do tend to lose that. In the nest they can be quite smoky blue, but the following year they end up their normal blues. On her third flight, haven't got an overly strong back. 25365, a little bit keely. Haven't quite got the muscle of some of the others. Cocks and hens. Lovely little checker pied. Don't forget, these pigeons are only a few months old. 25248. This one was hatched out in end of February, beginning part of March. Matured quite well. I took them off the darkness early because I had a bit of sickness. But 25248. She's a little bit scaly. Nice colour, pink skin though. This pigeon's been late from training a time or two. Look, that's what some people say, a left-handed pigeon. The way the flights go around to the left. Now there is one bloke that I know, he really rates that when you get one tail flight and they bend around to the left. Bend around to the left, good racer.
Maybe
the
he's
wattle.
just been unlucky.
The wattle is white as snow. She's an ideal weight. 25220. Bit scaly. Second flight. Feather out of place there. Might be just twisted. $25609. This pigeon was 17th combine the first week. She was our first pigeon, but she's starting to go around the neck. Look, she's only got 4 flights to go.
Is she one of the earlier bred ones?
Yeah. No, she's not.
Later one.
Yeah, she's a later one. Certainly handling well. 24C 44509. I thought I lost this pigeon this week. who was missing. I come down to the loft in the evening to feed them,
Hiding.
and all I could hear is the
You're in
bag
the
rustling.
bag. Not silly.
She'd got it in the bag, and the bag had closed down on top of her. (25307). Not my cup of tea. Too long. I don't know what's damaged all the ends of those flights.
Although you did think it might be moss, didn't you?
Well, there are those silver moths in there. I need to do a video on that.
Yeah.
So next week I'll do a video on how to repel those silver moths. They eat feathers. Little dinky do. Very shallow pigeon. 25309. Really not my cup of tea. Third flight. They're just very shallow keeled. But look at
76.
76 in there. Very shallowed. And I mentioned it every single week. And then she goes and wins the combine by 2 hours 50 minutes.
On a very tough race.
On a really tough race, but there was only 4 pigeons home on the day. 321 miles. This is handling good. C25219. Pencil pied cock. Light as a feather. Still got plenty of body. Watch out for that one. (25257). Blue pied cock. He hadn't muscled up like the rest of them. He's a little bit softer feathered. When I say softer feathered, I mean the feathers aren't quite so tight. You rub your hands down through them and they move. Some of the others, they don't do that. There's a reason why you can't do it though. You need to go along for the ride for the experience. 25243. Red cock. Got the black splashes in the wing. A hen will have brown splashes, a cock will have black splashes. Well, if there's black splashes, it's a cock. If it's brown splashes, it's a hen. Doesn't necessarily mean that they've got to have the black splashes. Look at that feather there, it's all black. It's a definite cock. Vents are really tight. One toe longer than the other. He's handling good. He's a wriggle ass. A little heavy. 25412. This is one of the late ones. This one wasn't weaned off until the second week in May. 5 flights to go. 6 flights to go. Nice strong back on it. 25412, a little bit heavy. Checker pied hen. Just when you're looking through your pigeons, just run your hands down over the pigeons. Make sure there's no scraps, cuts or nicks or anything. No feathers out of place. You'll feel it if there's anything out of place. You a cock? You're in there shouting like you are. He might be. So a little racy end. 25417. Another May weaned one, second week in May. 6 flights to go. See, normally these pigeons wouldn't be this far along in the molt, but seeing I took them off the darkness, these particular pigeons, these later pigeons, was only on the darkness for 3 weeks. 25289 on its second flight. That's where you want them. You want them down here. We've got 6 weeks to go racing. You want their flights down here, not up here. So any that's dropped their first or second flight, they should go all the way through the season. Any that's on its 5th or 6th flight might start molting around the ears and around the head and around the top of the beak before the end of the season. Bit of a scrawny hen. 30891. This is one that Joey bred for me. Definitely not my cup of tea. But hey, what do I know? It might win it tomorrow. I'd be very surprised. Grizzle 25348. See, this pigeon here is up on its 5th flight. About to drop its 6th. Just starting to go around the back of the head, just starting to show signs of molting. As much experience as possible. By 349, it's going to be a strong cock. This, I believe, is one of the Johnny Panis Dirk Bannon bolts. Johnny Panis lines. It's nice, just need a little bit more body. Nice little blue pied. 25602. Late, quite late this one was. Just needs to mature. On its 5th flight as well. See, the step gets bigger. 25416. Dark white flight. It's 4th flight. See, that's a big disadvantage. I've got a lot of them that are so far up in the molt. It's not going to fare good towards the end of the season. Nice little checker, 25413. Lovely body shape. Little checker pied end. Fourth flight. I think I've been quite lucky this week. I haven't had many banged up.
Somebody put,
Nice.
Platinum Loft put, get some oil for them damn hinges, mate. Squeaky.
Got to give you boys something to moan about. 25606. Who said that?
Platinum Loft.
Platinum Lofts. Hey, yes, squeaky clean Sean. In a bad little end. I didn't breed this one. Jerry bred this off of one of mine and one of his. Co-breeding. Platinum Lofts.
It's not going to squeak enough. A little bit.
5 to go. Have we picked the first pigeon up yet?
You tell us.
Who do you think's going to win? 25252. Blue white flight coat, handling good. Typical medium sized dirt band and bolt, all chest, all front. Nice and clean. Could do with it being a little bit tighter across his keel, but he ain't bad. Keel isn't as white as what I'd like it to be. Pencil blue pied cock. Oh, this is the other one, 25199. This is the one that I wasn't supposed to be racing. Only on its second flight. Nice pair of cocks by the looks of things. Four 44507. Brian and Karen Hawes bred this one. Different than mine, not quite so wide at the front, but strong pigeon. Blue cob, 44507. You'll do all right. Two 5414. It's all right. One to go. One to chase around. Two 5223. Blue N. hen that don't like being handled. She hasn't even started to molt yet. Well, she's got a full wing. I think she's actually on her 4th flight. But she has a full wing. There we have it. Didn't intend to send them all, but there's only one there that, and there's those 2 there that aren't up for the challenge. So we got that cock there that come back late from a trainer. He hadn't been very happy, and then we got that hen there that she had that big dig mark underneath her leg, and we got the dropper. So we'll send them all. More experience, the better. Tip for everybody: if you're in a van that's dark, that's black, or it doesn't have to be black, but when you close the door, when it's closed up, if it's dark, put a torch on for your pigeons when they're going training, because then if you drive off for 30-40 minutes, the van is totally black, you take them out, those pigeons are going from pitch black to daylight. It takes a while for their eyes to, what's the right word?
Transition.
Transition. Oh, don't say we've got trans pigeons now. 2 baskets of hens. Now I don't want the cock seeing any of the hens now. Preferably even on the transporter. I don't want that cock seeing a hen until he gets home, but you can't do anything about it once it's on the transporter. There they are, ready to go.
Good luck. See you tomorrow. There's some comments.
I'll have a look there a minute, and remind me I've got to pick the clock up. So, comments. Yeah, I don't go along with that 2 blues throwing a checker. I was speaking to what do they call them? It's someone that specialises in the genes for colouring. They can throw a pencil, but they cannot throw a blue checker, and a pencil is different than a checker. Somewhere the perfect blue. Yeah, that's the only way you can get a checker, is if they've been treaded by a checker. Or not necessarily a checker, but being treaded by a different pigeon that's not a blue, because a red checker can throw a checker. Craig, who needs moles? Yeah, I got bloody moles in there as well. Every year. Paul, hello. Platinum Lofts, get some oil for them damn hinges. Job for you when you come down on Wednesday. Oh, thank you, darling. Always clean me, mate. David, good luck, John, and partners from Dublin, Ireland. Appreciate that, David. And full returns, yep. All the best for tomorrow, Timothy O'Brien. Another gentleman from Ireland, I believe. Anyway, that's it now, folks. Appreciate all the comments. Look, at the end of the day, I say you can't get a checker from two blues. We all haven't got to agree. We've just got to agree to disagree and carry on and still be friends. There's nothing wrong with opinions. Everybody's got one. But I'm always right. No. Right, appreciate everybody watching. We'll do a Facebook live. No, I keep on saying Facebook. A YouTube live tomorrow. I've stopped doing the Facebook lives now. Simply because of the phantom texter that we've got down here. It's giving him too much information. So I've stopped doing the Facebook lives. I can track the YouTube lives a lot better, see who's watching, and obviously less information for this a-hole that's down here sending nasty anonymous text messages to everybody. So anyway, on that note, I'm off to the club now. Appreciate everybody watching. Catch you tomorrow.